Some good news, because this actually concerns our very own Vivian Bosibori, who is a colleague of ours, currently admitted in ICU due to kidney failure. Bills have accumulated and still are accumulating, and we just want to let you know about that pay bill number. It is 003214. However, we do understand that a lot of money, at least, or funds have been raised to actually offset some of those bills. And the hashtag currently as we speak is I stand with Vivian. Hashtag I stand with Vivian. Guys, in a matter of hours, we're talking millions that are coming in.
Right. You know what? Like we've said it, I think, a gazillion times in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That in our country, Kenya, you are just one disease away from being absolute broke. And we understand that medical care in the country is very expensive. And that's why everyone is rushing to, I don't know, India and China and so on and so forth. So, first of all, she's very lucky that she has friends who can, you know, garner the kind of support that she needs.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just goes on to tell her, you know, there's someone who's in probably a similar situation or worse, who cannot have that kind of hashtag, who doesn't have this kind of airtime.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking that we need to do something about the healthcare system in this country.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, what happens to those who actually don't have access to the who's a who, you know, to actually mention their story?
Right.
I mean, this is the second time we've highlighted a story where Kenyans came together and raised money in record time.
Yeah.
For those ones, I mean, just a big salute, slow hand clap, because it doesn't necessarily mean that when your story is out there, people will raise money. There's some people who see it and they're tired. They're like, hey, you've done this so many times. Mtu mwingine pia atasoti. So for those people who step up and come through, I mean, just kudos to you people and kudos to the Kenyan spirit. But also, like Mbuvi said, it's high time we think about our healthcare system, because at times you go to hospital, and I'm sure when you go there and you pay for a particular service, you know, the consultation bill, when you go to the lab and then you go to the pharmacy and you look at that particular sheet that you have right there, and you're like, what? As in, if like this, some people say just getting sick, it's almost criminal.
Yeah. I mean, we even have healthcare professionals, you know, doctors and nurses who cannot even afford to get sick in the hospitals they work in. We have janitors who make sure that, you know, our hospitals are clean, but they cannot even afford to get sick in that particular hospital because they cannot afford, already where they're working, they cannot even afford to, you know, get treated there. And it's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad. Actually, there's someone who was saying, a prominent Kenyan, I cannot remember his name, but I saw, you know, something last night on WhatsApp, and he was saying that when he came back to the country for census, he remembers being asked all these questions. Do you have a cow? Do you have a goat? Do you have whatever? But none of those enumerators asked him whether he has healthcare, he has insurance. No one asked those questions. So you're wondering, all this data we are you know, collecting in terms of how many cars I own and how many wives I have.
Yeah, you forgot to ask me, do I have an NHIF card? Do
exactly.
I have,
So mbako unashanga, what kind of day, as in, where are our priorities?
Okay. All right. Well, if you have been touched by this story of one Vivian Bosibori, remember the hashtag is I stand with Vivian, and you can still go ahead and contribute to offset some of those bills. That pay bill number yet again is 003.